Okay. Hello, boys and girls. I am doing this video for my reimbursement class, methodologies class. I've had a couple people who, in Unit 2, when we were talking about inpatient billing, they're not quite sure what we're supposed to be doing in this chapter. So I'm going to look over if you can see my screen. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we will. Okay, so when we're here, we have the learning objectives, and that's just basically what you should be doing when you are in this chapter. We have the UBO4 instructions, and when you are doing this, you have the UBO4, which is the claim form for inpatient billing, and we have claim case study assignments, and then we have the quiz me for inpatient billing. Okay, so when you are looking at, and hold on, I kind of got you held in my hand, so it's a little bit wiggly woggly. Put you down. See if we can do it that way. So you can kind of see it. There. Okay. So you should still be able to hear me. So the UBO4 instructions required for an inpatient. That's what all of these are. This one is that, and it kind of tells you, I'm actually going to move over to this one. This is one of the other ones that I have, the CMS manual system. Okay, and this basically tells you UBO4 and how to go through everything. But I want you to look at this. This is the UBO4 form. And this is what you will fill out when you're actually doing your work. Not this particular one, but this is what it looks like. So each one of these places over here, this is called a field. So this is field 1, this is field 2, this is 3A right here. And then this is 3B. This is field 5, 6, 7, etc. all the way down. A, B, C, D. This is all 39, 40, 41, A, B, C, D. All right, so these are 18, 19, 20, 21 condition codes, birth date, patient name. All right, so this is what it actually looks like. If you go past here, on this particular one, it has just all of the basic kind of different revisions and things like that are going through. This right here is what I actually wanted, one for the picture of the UBO4 and then another one for this. Okay, so this is the field. Okay, so this is field 1. All of this is going to go in field 1. All of this is going to go in field 2. This is what's in field 3. A. This is what's in field B. So, okay, so this is kind of just showing you what needs to go in there. All right. It kind of gives you the number of characters that you have. So like for this provider name, you're going to do it on line 1. You have 25 characters basically. So you can type in 25 characters. Patient control number, you have 24. All right. Statement, coverage, period, from and through, you have 6 and 6. You have 1-to-1 spacing. Okay. So that's kind of what that is on that particular one. Okay. This is, so that was UB enforced. These are the claim form colors. This one. And right here, green indicates required. So if it's green, something has to be in these. And as you can see, as I'm passing over it, it actually tells you what it's talking about. So if you're not sure, you could open this up and these are your fields. And so the green indicates it's required. Cyan, which is this blue, indicates situational field. So sometimes it's required depending on the circumstances. So sometimes it's needed and sometimes it's not. All right. These are your condition codes. Yellow indicates optional. So responsible party name and address is optional. So someone else other than the person up here is responsible for the bill. That's where that's going to go. It's an optional field. Pink indicates fields that are not applicable. So these right here, you won't have anything in them. All right. So green necessary. Cyan, possible. Yellow, maybe. Pink, no. Okay, so, and this goes over your entire UBO4 form, okay, all the way down here, so you can see, you know, if you're not sure what the fields are, this is kind of an easy way of looking at it. Okay. This is what I call the short, so this is kind of gives you what it is in there and what it's going to look like. So this is field number 1, and it shows you, in this case, Providence Hospital. I mean, this is the billing provider name and address. 2, 3A, so it kind of shows you what it's going to possibly look like as you're going through this. And it kind of gives you a little bit of a picture. I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller so it's not quite as fuzzy, but you can make it as big as you want, and then just kind of go through and, you know, this is another one of those that actually shows you what it looks like. You know, the birth date, this is how it's supposed to be in there. 2 months, 2 days, 4 years. All right, so that's that. And then, like I said, this is just basically I call this the quick and dirty. So these are your field locations. This is the short description, and if it's required or situational or not applicable for optional for inpatient. All right, so that is actually in one of the books, the hospital book, that shows what you're doing. Okay. So that are all of these are the instructions. Okay, so by the time you look over those, you should know what you're doing with your UBO4 form. Okay, this right here is the editable PDF. So when you open this is what you're going to actually use to do your homework. All right. It has, you can actually type in this area. Okay. So then you would move on down, you come over here, the type of bill. Okay. So once you get this, you're going to save it. All right, save it to wherever you're going to have it so that you know where it is. And that's why it's editable, because you'll be able to see it. Okay, so now down here on your claims case study assignments, these are things that are important. Okay, whenever you do this work, these are things that are going to be important. Once again, there's the editable PDF, which is what we just went over. So you can get it in the other one, or you can get it through here. When you're entering these are things that are important. Inpatient cases, it tells you the document control number, patient control number, release information, assignment benefits, to assume they're always F. Okay, so read over these instructions before you turn in your homework. Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 case studies, and this is the PDF. So, and this is in the back of the book also, the hospital book that we're using if you want to look at this, but I just pulled these out, the ones that were important. So for this one, the patient name is Robert Green, and you actually have several different pages worth of medical records. That's what this is. This is a medical record, and you use the information that is in this medical record to fill out the UBO4. Okay, so let's go over here. So we're going to open up the UBO4, and then looking at the information. So the provider name, pay to name is Coding Regional Hospital. I'm going to actually go back, and I like the color coded one the best. Just kind of gives you a little bit, you know. So I'm going to look up my color form. I'm going to have these up here. Okay, so right here, this is the provider information. So going here, or going back here, Coding Regional Hospital. So I'm going to type that in over here. If I can spell. Okay, and you would continue with the address. I'm going to skip over here and look at my little colors, and it has the patient name. So right here, notice that this right here is not going to be used. All right, the patient's name is actually here. Patient address. So, go in here and look at this and find out where things need to be. All right. Or you could go back and look at the other one that has a picture of what it's going to look like when you've had that done. This one. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Short explanations. So when you're looking for something like, okay, so the patient name, and if you look, I mean, you can use that with the one with the color, but the last name is first, and then, but it's here on the B, not up here on the A, it's down here on the B. So when I fill out my form for Robert Green, okay, down here, it's going to be okay. So just keep in mind, like I said, look at the color. I like to look at the colors for some of it so it shows where it needs to go. And then this kind of gives the explanation also with a picture of what it looks like. And you're just using this as information on where you get what you need. So for instance, when it has the revenue, the description, rates, you might need to be using this down. Then you'll go back to the information, and it's inpatient, the control number. It's down here, diagnosis information. This is where you get that information. These are ICD-9 codes, so they won't really make sense to you, and that's okay. Procedure service information, that's where you would put your procedures, revenue codes, services, a charge, how many days or units, and you can see that you feel that's all right in here. Okay. Down here are the diagnosis codes. These are the procedure codes up here. All right. So just read. You want your totals. I'm not going to be, if you were doing this in a hospital, it would actually add this up for you, so you wouldn't have to worry about this. But for me, go ahead and figure out the total in these. All right. Like I said, so that's how you would do it. Okay. So now let's assume that you have filled this out completely. I'm going to go ahead and, okay. Let's assume that you have filled this out completely with Robert Green's information. And I'm just going to have it like this, but you would come up here and you'd save it. I'm just going to put green. It makes it easier. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and click out of this. Now, this is the assignment right here for Robert Green as the inpatient. You're going to click on the words. And then after you have created that, you're going to browse my computer. You're going to find where you saved it. Sometimes it likes to hide. Right there, green. You're going to open it. You will see it shows up here. Okay, and once you do that, you hit submit. Mine is a little bit different simply because I'm the instructor, so it doesn't let me do what I want, but you should be able to see that it has submitted. All right. If you have any questions after that, or if you have a comment and say the video was helpful or something like that, I would appreciate it. And if you need me, you can just email me or you can call me. Actually, I prefer if you text me because I don't really often answer calls from people I don't know because I get a whole lot of people who want me to get a resort, or they want, something like that. Want me to vote for somebody. So it's better to text me first and say, hey, this is so and so from your reimbursement class, and I'm having a problem with this, and I will try my best to get with you. A lot of times we're kind of like two people passing in the night, but I will always do my best. Okay. And text messaging is the easiest way to get to me. So 870-265-1509. It's on the syllabus. Or Jones RE at uamont.edu is the way to email me. All right, thanks.